Hi, y'all. My name is Paulette Aguilar, and I am the new addition to the Agriculture Department. I will be teaching principles in animal science this year. One of my favorite things to do is to travel. You'll either hear me talking about going overseas or every other year I like going to Disney. I'm a Disney adult. And I also love going to concerts. One of the things I'm looking forward to here at Rains is to building positive and impactful relationships with my students and hoping that I could encourage them to become advocates for agriculture. My best friends and I like to travel, so some of the places that we've been to, we've gone to London a little bit. I have been to one of the most beautiful places in the world, Edinburgh, Scotland. That was pretty amazing. And I've been to Dublin. We're talking about overseas. Here, I love going to Disney, Orlando specifically. Last year, I got to build my own lightsaber, so that was pretty awesome and emotional, but it was great. And I also just got back from Virginia. Last year, I traveled to Virginia to celebrate my brother's graduation, so that was pretty awesome too. Listen, I love me some classic Disney princess movies and stuff. Lately, though, I'm not going to lie to you, one of the bonding things that me and my new agriculture department did was we just recently saw Deadpool and Wolverine, and we're big Marvel fans, so that was pretty awesome and amazing. But yeah, I'm a big movie buff, so pretty much anything, especially if it's multiple series, I love it. It's all great. I think that I would say to them that I hope that they're ready to be engaged into what agriculture can offer. A lot of people say it's cows, sows, and plows, and it's so much more bigger than that. Or actually, if you want to keep it in the rhyming form, beakers, speakers, and job seekers. I like to focus on ag leadership. We were talking earlier, the superintendent, Mr. Nixon, and I have discussed ag leadership, specifically building up to the point where maybe we could start an ag business pathway, which I thought was pretty cool. But that's what I'm very into. I am the oldest of three, and each of my siblings have some sort of agriculture background. I'm the only one that's in education. My sister, who is 2 years younger than me, is in ag business, and then my little brother is in law enforcement. So that's pretty awesome and amazing. But we all have that passion for agriculture that was instilled in us by a former ag teacher named Glenn Dossett from Mineola. We're all Mineola babies. So yeah, absolutely. CTE is very big on certifications and stuff, and especially if they are IBC based or industry based certifications. One of the things that isn't on that list that I feel like my animal science students will definitely benefit in, and we have gotten the permission to do, is artificial insemination certification. So that'll be a 3-day certification that we take a couple of miles away from here. And for those people that are interested, or for those students that are interested in that animal science pathway, that are wanting to eventually get into that ranch life, want to have their own cattle, want to run that business, to be able to be certified in AI will be able to help them do more in that industry. So I'm very excited about that.
Hi, my name is Charity Abear, and I am the new freshman English teacher here at Rains High School, and I'm very, very excited to be here. A little fun fact about me is there are 22 years between my oldest and my youngest kiddos. My oldest has given me 2 grandsons. My oldest daughter has given me 3 grandsons, so I have the happy grandmother of 5 grandsons. I had some good friends that taught here at Rains, and they encouraged me. And I have tried several times to be a part of this district, and I'm just so excited to be here, to be teaching literature to the Wildcats in this environment with these administrators and these students. And well, I taught a Raisin in the Sun last year, and I really took off with that, teaching the Harlem Renaissance alongside that. I have a background in history as well as literature, so I like to teach things in context. And just getting the kiddos to read what's on the page, even if it makes them a little bit uncomfortable, I like to pull them out of their comfort zone. I like Shakespeare. A lot of people don't. I do. So Shakespeare is another thing that I love. As far as more contemporary lit, I'm not real up on the young adult stuff, so I tend to stick with the classics, but I'm open to them really exploring their choice of reading this year. I graduated from Winsboro, so just down the road. I went to college at Texas A&M Commerce when it was Commerce, and I got my English, political science, and history degrees all at the same time. And then I went on to teach English at Community, and then I went to Terrell and Lancaster, Cumbie, and now I've ended up here, and I'm so happy to be here. I would tell a student that I'm here for them. I don't teach English, I teach students, and I really care about them, not only in my classroom, but outside of my classroom. I want to know what they feel passionate about, what they're worried about. I want to make sure that their basic needs are met as well as their educational needs. Are they getting what they need to succeed outside of my classroom as well? I like to ride motorcycles, and a lot of people don't know that. Actually, my husband and I rode with Bikers Against Child Abuse for about 15 years. It's an advocacy biker group, not a gang, that works with abused children. We go to court with them. We stand as advocates for them. We just help them feel safe in their world. And it was a major part of our lives and our children's lives for a long time. And it really paired our love of riding motorcycles with our love of children. And it fostered this sense of community and service in our children. And they carry that on.
Hi, my name is Tiffany Ayers, and I am the new CTE law enforcement teacher at the high school. A fun fact about me is I enjoy playing video games and going to Disney any chance I get. What I'm most excited about this school year is being a part of Rains ISD and the wonderful staff that I've met so far, and also being a part of establishing a new career path for our students. I bounce back and forth. Diablo 3, Skyrim, Dragon Age, just about any RPG game. I'm also a huge movie fan. Come by my room and see me. It'll be decorated in Avengers characters, always. Just anything Disney. So I have my degree from Texas A&M Commerce in criminal justice with a minor in sociology. I worked parole for a little while before becoming a teacher. My first year, I actually taught third grade science and social studies in Winsboro. Last year, I was in Quitman as English 2, and that is when I found out that Rains was going to be doing the law enforcement course, and I decided to contact Mr. Aiken, and it's been great since then. We have a lot of ideas on how to implement the classes and get the kids in touch with local law enforcement to get the information out there that they need for that career path. At the end of the career path, they have the ability to get their certificate as a security guard, which would be great coming out the gate. My hope is to have a kind of a hands-on approach, do some case studies, maybe try to set up a crime scene that they can actually walk through, look through the evidence. I hope that towards the end of the year, I can even set up sort of a mock trial, maybe get some lawyers on board to walk the students through what that would look like and just really get their hands dirty and not just learn about what it is, but kind of interact with it as well. I am the middle child and everything that entails. You can ask my mom. She's also here at Rains. It's Susan Teague. I was the wild child, breaking anything I could, throwing a lot of attitude. So anybody who has that kind of a lifestyle, come see me. I'm sure we can relate. I have 2 wonderful children. My son, who is 21, is married and out of the house. My daughter will be a senior in high school this year at Winsboro. Just if you have any questions, come see me. My door is always open, even if you're not one of my students. I operate on give me 110% of whatever you have. I understand that there's going to be days where you come in and you're only 20% of what you can possibly give that day. If you give me 110% of that, that is all I ask. I will never ask more than what you're capable of, but I will encourage you to reach beyond what you think is out there and just really reach for the stars.
Hi, I'm Mindy Taylor. I'm the new high school special ed department head, and I will be co-teaching in math. I have been to 25 of the 30 major league ballparks, so I need to go to 5 to visit them all. And I'm excited to be here at Rains. I've heard a lot of great things about the high school, and I'm super excited to be working with the 2 Claytons again. I went to school at East Texas State University before it was A&M Commerce. I taught science for 14 years, and then I transitioned into SPED 4 years ago. I've always worked better with the kids that had a little bit of trouble learning in class the traditional way. Every principal that I worked for told me I needed to move into SPED. And a few years ago, I talked to a diagnostician that told me I needed to transition to the SPED. So I made the change, and I did it for a year and fell in love with it. So I don't really see me going back to a regular classroom. I have a 26-year-old son and 2 grandkids. He married somebody a little bit older, so I have a 16 and an 18-year-old grandkids. And my 16-year-old grandson kind of runs his grandmother. I've had them for 2 years, so he's already figured out how to get everything he wants from me. Well, Mr. Aiken has told me that he wants to initiate more of an inclusion program here at Rains for the science and English. And I've worked with inclusion programs for the last 3 years, so I'm really looking forward to doing more of a push-in model for the math and English with the kids. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how that goes this year.